Hello, welcome to my World History Review. Today we are going to talk about the technological innovation from 1450 to 1750 and scientific revolution. We start from the new tools and ships for maritime trade, with Chinese inventions like the magnetic compass and astrolabe, and the rapid advancement like stern rudder and lateen sail, navigation improved. The Portuguese warring and trading ship is called Carnival. It was smaller, faster, and better for transporting heavier cargo loads and navigating around the coast. And the Dutch trading ship called Flute. It was exclusively for business. It had larger cargo holds, fewer crew, less cost to contract, and more profit in voyages. Dutch ultimately have the competitive advantage in both trading and banking by the 17th century. Let's go into the scientific revolution. Historians generally recognize the scientific revolution started in Europe with the posthumous publication of Polish scientist Nicolaus Copernicus on the revolution of heavenly sphere about the heliocentric theory, and ended with the publication of Isaac Newton's Principia about the laws of motion and gravity. English and French monarchs developed academies of science, where some other monarchs, like those in the Italian state, viewed science as a threat to the establishment, particularly because of the church. The most influential thinkers of the scientific revolution were Dutch-Belgian anatomist Andreas Vesalius, Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei, and English physics and mathematician Isaac Newton. Let's go through the experience of those great scientists. In the mid-16th century, Vesalius used cadavers and skeletons to study muscles, organs, and bone structure, and he worked as the physician to Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, and then Spanish King Philip II. Artists drew his work, and the findings were compiled on the fabric of the human body. Galileo popularized the heliocentric theory and described the rotation of the Earth in contradiction to Pope Urban VIII and Roman Catholic Church teachings. So he was forced to recant in 1632 and live under house arrest for his last 10 years. But his work was later proven and expanded by German Johannes Kepler and Dane Tycho Brahe, including the orbits of the planets. In 1665, the plague forced Newton to leave Cambridge and quarantine. In his years of wonders, he developed the study of physics and calculus as we know it today. He was ultimately buried with those greats at Westminster Abbey. The Great London Fire of 1666 destroyed the city, but also wiped out the plague there. Samuel Pepys documented the time, and architect Christopher Wren rebuilt the city. Also, there is some other great scientists too, like William Harvey, an English scientist who explored the system of circulation in the 16th century. And Margaret Cavendish was a brilliant botanist, but she was not admitted to the British Royal Academy of Science because she was a woman. The English is also critical to men too, making John Harrison improve upon his tour for longitude 4 times before he was awarded the National Prize for his patent in 1749. During the scientific revolution, there appeared another sect of science, the social scientist. Englishman Francis Bacon, who popularized the scientific method, and Frenchman René Descartes, who famously said, "I think, therefore I am," could be considered both scientists and social scientists for their belief in the application of inductive and deductive reasons respectively. Whether starting with the details or the generalization, both believe in going through a process to determine what is.